This week on LandBeat, we're going to talk about which stabilizer setup is best for your hunting bow. So when we talk about hunting stabilizer setups, we kind of have to have a goal in mind. My goal on my bows is what is going to be the best combination to keep the bow's mass weight as light as possible, but yet add enough weight to slow down the movement of the pin when I aim. There's a fine line there, and it's different for everyone, and that's the nice thing about most of these stabilizer systems is you can change the length, you can increase and decrease weight to find that perfect setup for your particular bow. So there's typically two different types of stabilizers that are available for today's modern compound bows. There's your traditional front bar that can either be used in a bridge lock system like this on Mathews, or can be screwed into the front of the riser. And then in the last few years, it's been really common and popular to add a back bar to your bow as well. So we'll talk about each in its own section. When you're choosing your main stabilizer, there's a couple different schools of thought. You can go long on the front bar with less weight up front, or in my case, I like to keep this front stabilizer as short as possible, and then I will add ounces of weight to kind of fine tune where that best balance point is. I like a short bar for a couple different reasons. I hunt out of a tree stand, I hunt out of a tree saddle, sometimes I'm even hunting out of an elevated blind. And having a more compact system where my stabilizer isn't too far out in front of my limb pockets or my sight housing is a benefit to me. You get too long of a bar, you start getting into some mobility issues if you're in a tree stand or in a blind, and I like to keep it as short as possible. But a short bar, in my case, I need more weight. So in this situation, I've added 5 ounces to the front of this stabilizer to give me the right weight balance. That balance, again, is going to be different for everyone. You know, mass weight of the bow, draw weight, draw length, how we aim, it's all inherently a little bit different. And the cool thing about every stabilizer company is it's completely modular. You can increase length, you can increase or decrease weight to find that perfect fit for your particular setup. As we jump in and take a look at like these back bars, the back bar is really critical, and it's highly adjustable. So you can adjust your angle of the bar kind of vertically. Also in the access away from the bow, you can bring that weight in tight to your string. You can offset it. And what we're trying to do is offsetting the accessories and the mismatch of balance on the bow because of those accessories, be it a sight, a rest, or a quiver. Again, you can increase your length and change that point of balance. And what we're ultimately looking for, or what I'm looking for when I set up my bow, is my hand is the fulcrum. So as I add weight on the front, that bow is going to want to tip forward. We increase weight on the back, it's going to tip that bow back. And what I'm looking for is a bow on the shot that doesn't fall away from me and actually stays pretty well balanced in the hand and pin stays on the target. That just kind of comes from a little bit of trial and error, again, by adding weight and changing weight on the front and back of the bow. But the nice thing is we've got all these great accessories and stabilizer companies to choose from. You can find that perfect fit and that combination for your hunting bow. So here's one of the things I like best about the bridge lock stabilizer system. This is an 8-inch bar, but in a quick adjustment, I can turn this 8-inch bar, into a 2-inch bar in a hurry. If I want to pack my bow in the bow case, or if I want it in the truck and I want it a little bit more compact, I can adjust that length, lock it down, and travel with it. But it's also, as I'm setting this bow up, whether it's an 8-inch bar, a 10, a 12, or a 15, that same bar can be almost any length you want it to be because of this unique system that Mathews has developed. The other thing I really like about the system, even more than its length adjustability, is the ability to change and add weights. With a 5/32 Allen set, you just loosen this screw, the front pops off, and you can easily add and stack more weights on very quickly. Put this back on, and it's a dovetail system. Lock it down, and it's dead silent and rock solid. So it's just a really user-friendly system, and it just makes bow setup just that much quicker and easier.